Hi, ladies.
Hello, hello.
We're back in our beautiful space. Thanks to Star.
We're here live.
Love it. I'm loving this vibe.
Yeah, me too.
So serene and peaceful.
Zen.
Got our teas.
Yeah, got our teas.
Ginger.
Paul's at the bar taking shots.
After
From
dance
grinding the
routine.
ginger for all of our teas. Poor Paul. But we love him.
Hey, let me fix behind your head. Looks a little bright. Yeah, that makes. That way you have. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
fine. Swap us.
That's how I feel at nighttime. Just kidding. I'm not. Not me.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh, these are going to be some good bloopers. That's how I feel at nighttime. Oh my gosh. So,
Speaking of nighttime.
yeah. Speaking at nighttime, you guys have had some homework.
Yes.
Did we make it to episode 6?
I started it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I watched. We're talking about Love Island, ladies. I watched 1 through 4 and then 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. So I didn't watch last night's Love Island episode, so I don't know what happened. Even though I was on Google and accidentally saw like what happened at the end. Damn it! I hate when that happens.
Me too.
But oh,
I'm just fixing
This
it.
is
We'll
gonna
talk
be
with
fun.
our hands.
I'm glad we have Britt to always keep the camera straight.
On point.
Yes, but I'm so excited that you guys started watching it.
First time ever. I feel like I was proudly saying I've never seen that show before, but now I get the hype. I really do. It sucked me in. It took about half an episode, but then by the end of for episode 1, I was like, okay, I gotta watch the next one.
Really? Okay,
I gotta find
good.
out what happens.
Good. Because before you got here, Britt, I was telling Star that it usually takes, like every season, it usually takes a few episodes. Probably, I don't know, maybe even like
To, like,
10.
get into it?
To get into it, yeah, just to get the
That
storyline.
makes
Just
sense.
things start getting juicier and juicier. And then once we're about halfway, you are locked in.
I don't know how I feel about being locked in yet.
So it's going to take some time.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time. I think it was fun watching the first few episodes with my daughter, though. Like, I think that's what made it like fun to watch because I was like, she just like kills me with everything she says about everybody. But otherwise, I'm just like, it's just like background noise at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say half those episodes I was multitasking.
Well, that's got to be hard. You guys got to, like, watch
Lock
it.
in.
Yes.
Lock in.
Because, yeah, if you're just doing other things, it is kind of hard to get, like, into it. But if you were
Yeah.
just focused on that, you would be locked in, I feel like.
Well, a couple of times because I was like working on content and then watching at the same time, I'd had to rewind.
Because you're like, oh, what just
So I
happened?
was like,
what did they
wait,
say?
if you look away, you miss a little moment, a spicy moment.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll just lock it on me because then it stays in the middle.
So, what have you guys, from what you've seen, what are kind of like some surprises or some things you didn't expect that the show does, or maybe about the characters, or kind of how everything plays out? Any kind of surprises or something you were thinking how it
Well,
would be?
right away, episode 1, I was
Uh-huh.
like, it was a lot of mouth and tongue. So I'm like, are they testing before they get onto the show?
Yes, they do STD
This is a
test
lot
them
of-
all.
Just in 5 minutes, a lot of swap and spin. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, they get right in there.
Yeah.
that was the first thing that blew me away. I was like astonished. I was like, what the hell?
I think the thing that shocked me, I kind of was expecting
Mm-hmm.
the swapping spit situation. I was like, this is going to be brutal. To just, everyone's kissing each other and then secretly kissing each other. And I was like, so it was the first one where they were choosing each other, like at the doors.
Yes.
And that guy was by himself. I was like, oh.
Yes.
Like, that really got me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
That made me sad
When they
too.
when they threw him on the bench. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was
That
like,
happens
oh,
every
shit,
time.
that's a brutal. So that was really like,
That was hard
the
to
shock.
watch.
Yes.
I felt so bad for him.
I was like, damn.
But I will tell you, the ones that are usually benched in the beginning usually end up going on for the longest or finding love or whatever. Yeah, so we'll see what happens for Mr. KC.
Fell with my hand up. Sorry. I don't know how far we're supposed to go, but I did see like that Sean. So that Sean went home.
Mm-hmm. The police officer.
Yeah, I was sad about that.
I was sad about that. I
really
think
like
on
him.
IG they're all doing hashtag bring back Sean.
Aw.
Because people think that he really is on there for love. Like he left his
Yeah.
full-blown career
He seemed
being
genuine.
a police officer. And I saw online too, there was a picture of him and like his chief or whatever. And he said like, this is how society is now. Like we're having cops leave their job to be on reality TV. Like what has the world come to? And so it was just kind of like a lot of backlash from him. And
Oh.
Yeah.
But I
something
think I
about-
missed. Why did he get kicked off? I missed that part.
He didn't get coupled up, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah,
So I
he was
missed
the
that.
last man standing when they had coupled up. So nobody picked him. Because remember, Kenzie was kind of like starting to form a connection with
Yeah.
him. And then Corbin came in. And so
Oh,
everybody
and
thought that
that's when
Corbin
that-
came in to like... Because Kenzie needed someone. And at that time, she was kind of like the favorite.
Uh-huh.
So there is talk like producers will do that if they have like favorites or whatever. They'll try to find a way to like keep them, or someone who's like bringing in a lot of viewers and a lot of energy. They'll try and find some way to keep them on
the
a little bit
show.
longer.
Okay.
So people were saying they brought Corbin for Kenzie, but I right off the bat was like, I did not think that they would like make a good couple at all. I did not think that they were like each other's type, but then they seemed like they were. And
No offense to these nice-looking gentlemen, but none of them really. I was talking to Paul as we were watching it. I'm like, these guys aren't that cute to me.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like they're all super fit, but I was
Mhm.
like, I'm like not attracted to any of them. Maybe because they're all babies. I don't
Yeah,
know. But they have,
probably.
like, these little baby faces.
hmm
But the girls are pretty good looking.
Yeah, they
I'm like,
are.
the
They are
girls
beautiful.
fucking bringing it.
they are.
Like, so.
And then did you guys see that Melanie was a plus size model? So she had lost a bunch of weight. So she was a plus size model for Pretty Little Thing, and so it shows her like walking the runway in Miami Swim
Oh
Week
my
from like
God.
years ago, and so she lost all this weight. So they were saying, is this why she's like so insecure with Sincere? Is because she lost all this weight and she's used to like feeling insecure. So that's what people were saying. Like, is this why she's so insecure?
Damn.
Because I'm like, she is a hot ass biatch.
Pretty Little Thing.
So,
Yeah, and sincere.
You don't like him?
I go back and forth, but I don't like. I think he's just stringing her along.
So have you guys been watching where his connection is formed with the new bombshell, Soul? Are you guys familiar with Soul?
Not the first bombshell, right?
Correct, yeah,
Okay,
not the first
second
one. It was when, so I was telling you guys to watch episode 6 because that was like when a lot of drama, so that's when she came in, so it was in the big white bed.
Oh yeah.
Yes, so 2 bombshells came in, 2 females, Soul, and then I forget the other girl's name, Jen,
Not the
maybe?
blonde one,
Not
right?
not the blonde one, with the one with the short hair. And Soul, I think, is like the baddest bitch on there. I'm not even gonna lie. I think she is so bad. I love her, and I love her with Sincere, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say that.
Aw.
I think their connection is so good. I feel like their chemistry is like unmatched. I have been a fan of Sincere since day one, and especially when Melanie was like spiraling and treating him like shit and just like being so extra with every bombshell that came in and like getting in their face and not letting anyone else talk to them
Yeah, that
and
was
just
too much
yeah
for me.
being
I
like
was like,
that.
girl.
And then I don't know if you guys actually watched the bed scene, but when she was sitting in between Sincere and Corbin, she started making out with them both, and she was going back and forth. And remember, the
I need to
guys'
go back.
blindfolds aren't on. Yeah, you need to watch that part. It was intense. Their blindfolds aren't on, the guys. So they can see her doing this. So she's like, one more, not sure yet. And Sincere's literally like handcuffed to her, like looking like, a fool.
Ouch.
Yes, it was rough. And after that, I was like, okay, I have had it. I was like, my baby Sincere. I love him. I love his hair. I think he's
do
such
love his
a
hair.
vibe. He is such a vibe. And so when Soul came in, I'm like, this is a bad bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, so I love them together, but I will say he was kind of like beating around the bush with Melanie with the connection that he had with Soul, and he was downplaying it for sure, which obviously isn't cool. So I had nothing bad to say about him until that. I'm like, I don't like that. Like,
Yeah, but I got that vibe like the first girl that came in. I feel because when he pulled her,
To the side.
like, and then he had a talk with Melanie after. I was like, I still got the same vibe of like he's downplaying the situation and like just to make sure she's okay and she stays
Right.
and, you know.
Yeah.
He's like trying to feel it out without like completely
leaving the
leaving the situation. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. But I do a small soft spot. The fact that he's 5'10". I was like, okay. But the hair and the smile, I was like, okay. Yes.
I loved how he was the only one that put on a hair cap when they jumped
yes,
into that,
I
like,
know.
stuff.
I was
like,
cracking up too, and I thought too. I was like, why did they all like? All of them
because
didn't
I
even
would
need
have
it.
been. I'm like, that's even an option. Let me
Right.
cover my hair. Yeah, even the girls. The girls were like, I'll just go.
That is so funny.
I did have a question about. Okay, so how do you think that they pick from? Okay, these of the cast are going to be the starting members, and then these other members are going to be the bombshells. Like, how do you think casting decides?
Well, what's interesting is I found out last season that because a lot of the main cast from last season talked about getting onto the show and things like that after it aired, and they said that they were actually sought out by Love Island.
Interesting.
And they were saying for multiple years. Like, they were saying, we want you on the show, this and that. And I think, like, 3 or 4 of them from last season kept turning it down. They're like, no, I'm good. And then finally they did it, and then it completely changed their lives.
Wow. Okay.
But those ones, which I didn't know, that production was actually, like, seeking out people.
Mm-hmm. They
And
do
I
it
would
for
try to get them on.
like housewives and
Okay, yeah. So,
back in the day, I was on a casting team in LA, and my director, I was an assistant, she was working on Housewives of Jersey. So I remember, like, you're out there, you're looking for people. 'Cause they're not always coming to you. But specifically, I was curious about this because they're all so attractive. So I'm like, what makes one a bombshell and the other one? Paul said they probably just put names in a hat, they find everyone they want, and they're like, okay, these ones are the bombshells.
yeah.
I think it also might have to do with like their personalities a little bit.
Okay,
like I
yeah.
think obviously it's a show for drama. So once they like are interviewing and talking to these people, I feel like it's like, oh yeah, like this person's gonna be great for drama. This person's gonna be great to like drop in halfway through the show or whatever.
Okay.
So I'm sure
I
they
can see
save
that.
them up a little bit. And
Oh,
drop them in at a
absolutely.
certain time.
Because they'll ask them a bunch of questions during the interview, spicy questions that you'll see sometimes will play out during the games.
Yeah, that was another thing because I didn't realize this show had games involved.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's just wild to me. I'm like, this is insane. This show it's crazy. I was not expecting all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once they're like more established, usually with the games, like whoever wins or if they win as a couple, like sometimes they'll get power to maybe, you know, save somebody else down the line or something like that, which is, it gets kind of interesting when that stuff happens.
Do they win something at the end of this?
Yeah, 100K.
What? No
Yeah.
way. Wait, and a couple wins or just one person wins?
So
How does that work?
the couple wins the 100K, but there's a big but. So there will be 2 envelopes, and basically one will say love and one will say money, and yeah, and so typically at the end, one person will get the envelope and it'll say like 100K, and then they'll say, okay, well, all that money's yours. Do you want to split it with your couple, or are you here for the money and you don't want the love? So they have the option to walk away with it or split it with them, and
Okay. See, I don't love the reality shows where you get something at the end. Like that makes it so much more, like just less appealing to me because then I'm like, how real is this? You know?
Or do you just want to stay on the show?
Yeah. Like it's like what Perfect Match has a prize, I think, at the end. And what's the other one? Temptation? No, not Temptation Island. Or do they have a prize at the end of
I
Temptation
don't know.
Island?
I think Love
I
is
don't
Blind
know.
doesn't, right?
Love is Blind
that's
doesn't.
one of the ones that doesn't.
Yeah.
Except they'll pay for your wedding and
Oh,
do all that, I guess. But
Yeah, but you know, the last season of Bachelor in Paradise, they did do a little money thing. And I did not like that.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what is what are you doing? Don't mess up something that was already good.
Yeah.
By throwing in, like, trying to be like the other shows that are out there right now, because it was already a good show.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the ones that where you could win something at the end, I'm like, why'd you sign up for this for real? Now I question everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But taking it back to Kenzie real quick is that with the popularity, like, she's very popular on Instagram right now. Paisley's like first thing was, I like Kenzie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as the show goes on, she's a mess.
Yeah, no, she's definitely a mess.
But she is one, I think, that is genuinely like trying to find love, but is going to be manipulated so much throughout it.
Oh,
because of that, you know, that makes me sad.
Yeah, she was getting a little backlash online for how Sincere was kind of working on his connection with Soul. Melanie was like, well, I'm not going to be left in the dust, and my other connection was with Corbin. So she's like, I'm going to start trying to get with Corbin. So she's telling Kenzie, like, hey, I'm going to pull him for a chat, and that's who Kenzie's coupled up with. So Kenzie started getting, like, kind of, I don't know, feisty with her, and was like, you're not even trying for Sincere, like, why would you go for Corbin? And so the audience was kind of like, okay, well, they gave Kenzie all this grace and put her first when she didn't have a connection. It was like, we want the bombshell to be with Kenzie or to try a connection with her. Plus now she's got this, like, cowboy in, which I feel like is, like, perfectly her type. So they're like, why? What's the issue? You're all supposed to be exploring. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But so last night was, like, the first big recoupling. And so it was actually supposed to be, last night was Friday, it was actually supposed to be Thursday night. And there is an app that you can download that you can vote in real time for your favorite couple. And then sometimes they'll say, who's your favorite boy, who's your favorite girl?
Damn.
And you can vote. So it's fun because it's interactive. And so Thursday, we were all supposed to vote. Okay, and then I guess the app crashed. So if you even watch, not last night's episode, but the episode before, the commentator, Ian, is just like, yeah, we were supposed to have the recoupling, but we can't have it because we still have to count everybody's votes because the app crashed.
Damn.
So
I was wondering, whose voice is this?
he's so funny. You guys really have to, like, pay attention and listen to him because the shit that he says is so funny. He is from Love Island UK. He's the one that started the commentator on that, and then he's so amazing and so fucking funny that they brought him over for USA. He's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like, it sounds like the, like, Geico commercial. So I was like, what is happening?
It does sound like that a little bit.
But it's cute.
So you get to vote, and then they recouple based on the votes?
Mm-hmm.
So if they're like, oh, we want to see this person, they get enough votes of that?
But that's if they do the vote, because sometimes they'll do recouplings where the guys will pick the girl will pick, but it's them voting off, like, we'll be able to save our favorite couple or whatnot. So sometimes they'll do, for example, like, votes, who's your favorite couple, so we'll vote who our favorite couple is, and, like, the bottom three couples, they'll pull up and they'll say, these are the bottom three couples, and then maybe sometimes we'll get to do a quick vote, the audience, right then and there, and save somebody, or they'll put it on some of the Islanders, and say, for example, going back to the games, if someone wins the game, they might be the one to be able to save them, and so they kind of just intertwine it all.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like that someone kicked off Sean.
I know, right?
Is that how that worked?
Well, technically no, just because he wasn't picked. Basically, he was. If Kenzie picked him, he would have stayed, right?
Okay,
but
so
she
the
ended
girls
up picking.
picked-
Yeah, the girls picked, and she ended up picking Corbin, which left
Him.
Sean by himself.
And if she had picked Sean, would Corbin have left, even though he was a bombshell?
Well, technically, he got first pick because he
Oh.
was a bombshell, so he got to pick, and then the girls picked. But Kenzie did say if she got to pick, she still would have picked Corbin. So either way, how it would have played out, Sean probably would have gone home because I don't think any of the other girls would have saved him
I
because they all have a
know.
connection with somebody else.
From the beginning, he seemed kind of like the lone wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also the oldest, right? Wasn't he like 30?
I think he is the oldest and he has a kid, so that's
I
another.
forgot about that.
Yeah, that's another big piece of info there because in the beginning,
I remember all
he
the girls'
was
faces.
being very honest right away, right? And said that he has a son, I think. Son or daughter? I think a son. And if you look, all the girls' faces like, ooh, no.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a stepmommy or no, red flag. So the girls kind of just X'd him right then and there. And it's kind of funny because the season prior, there was Huda. I don't know if you've seen her. She was a mom.
Okay.
She is a mom. She was on last season, but she kept it a secret from the guys.
No way.
Right.
That's a big secret.
Yes, it is a big secret. So she was like, I'm only going to tell someone who I have a genuine connection with. I'm going to let them know. She's like, I don't want them to judge me right away and not give me a chance because I'm a mom. And so fast forward, everybody feels like Sean didn't get a chance because he was honest right away, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
That they just kind of like X'd him.
Yeah, I'm glad he was like upfront about it. But yeah, that was what came to mind too. Was like she didn't tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
She waited, and then there was the whole like Mamacita thing, and
Yeah.
and I was like, he's a
Went viral.
Mamacita.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, come on. But I liked him. I feel like he would have been a good partner for someone.
I think so too.
One of the games I thought that was crazy was when, again, back to like the pool one, and then the question they would ask is like, what's one thing this guy...
Those hands.
No, can't talk with my hands. They were asking like, who do you think needs to be promoted from their couple? I was like, dang.
Shady.
Yeah, the shade. Because the Bombshell and was it Melanie were having their kind of like little...
Yeah,
I
but
thought it was a
Melanie
tiff.
threw the shade first. So she's like, you're going to throw shade, I'm going to throw shade your way.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was with Kada. And with that too, I don't know, I might have been talking to Britt about this, but there was a lot of backlash with her saying that she was a bully.
Oh.
Back in high school, back when she was younger. There's a video of her like slapping some girl and then getting like verbally assaulting this girl, and
my
and
gosh.
so she's from New Hampshire, and then there's all these videos of these girls coming out from New Hampshire saying New Hampshire hates Kada.
Oh no.
She's the worst. These girls better watch out. She's such a bitch. And before I found that out, for me, I was like, I actually really like Kada. I'm like, she's one of the girls that I actually really like.
Honestly.
She was the first Bombshell. She's like taller, super thin.
The first Bombshell. Okay.
Yeah, the first Bombshell that walked in. So it's kind of crazy that these people can just dig anything and everything up from your
From their
past. Because there's
past?
already a girl that didn't even get on the show
I
when she
heard
was
about that.
one of the first main girls that was supposed to be on there.
Yep, she already got
So they
booted
already
out.
got her
But
replaced.
that's the thing. This younger generation, I mean, we're millennials, but I feel like they're more Gen Z, right? Their whole lives have been documented
Mm-hmm.
from day one. Twitter, Instagram, just on your phone,
Mm-hmm.
Snapchat. These people, they got dirt to dig up.
They
Well,
do.
I like how if everyone else is able to do it, why aren't the producers?
I don't
Like,
know.
what?
Yeah.
Why are like, oh, let's just wait. Everyone will do it for us.
Well,
And then
probably.
we'll kick people off.
With the one gal who got kicked off, it sounded like someone was like, because she had said something, right? Oh yeah, she said the N-word.
Mhm, twice.
Yeah, but it wasn't
the show?
actually out
No,
there.
before.
Okay.
She did like a podcast or something, right?
One she was singing a song, so they're like, they're lyrics to a song, but another one she just outright said it, and she wasn't singing to a song.
And wait, is she black? I don't even know.
So, no, she's white. But it wasn't even like, she wasn't calling someone that, she was just saying it like casually.
Yeah.
And the first time it was in the song, so they were kind of giving her a little bit of grace, because they're like, she's singing a song, this was years ago, but then she just like outright said it, and they're like, okay, no.
Wow. Well, yeah. So I think it was like she was just talking, and it wasn't out there until they found out she was going to be on Love Island. So if you got haters out there, they're holding on to
They're
some
coming
stuff.
for you.
They
They're
are
coming for
Waiting for you to
you.
have your come up, and then boom.
Look
What?
out. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll definitely be watching. Because Fallon's forcing us, but it's entertaining at the same time. So I'm happy. I'm finally in the know.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
And
yes.
it'll only get better from here, trust me.
Hell yeah, this
So.
is drama. Would you
Yes.
guys, if they made a show for like 30s plus, would you guys do a show like this?
Yeah, I
I
would.
knew it.
I remember you said that you would do Love Island.
Yeah, I would in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm.
It's fun. I feel like, yeah, we did talk about this. 'Cause I'm like, I feel like if I were younger and single, I'd probably, I don't know, all the making out though is, ugh, I can't get
I
over
don't
it.
like it either, and I feel like I am such a germaphobe. But they do testing, and it's like, okay,
I'm like,
whatever.
keep your a little Listerine before you get to me.
Mhm.
It's a lot of
And that was one of the things I was thinking too. When Melanie, you guys have to watch that scene when she's going back and forth. I'm just thinking, even if I was sincere, I'd be even more pissed that you're literally sucking his face and immediately turning to me. I would be like, get his fucking saliva out of my mouth right now.
Yeah.
But I was kind of surprised how like chilled he was during that. But I was like, no, I would be
Maybe he was
so
playing it
pissed
real
on top of
cool.
everything else.
Yeah.
I think he was.
Sometimes in his little testimonials, he really does, like, he just says how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guy.
So we'll see what unfolds next. Well, thanks, ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, I love our camera. Maybe I'll
We
just
just need
get
it
like
to-
a stationary
I
one
was
that
gonna say we
doesn't
just need
move.
it to be stationary. That's
And
the only thing.
I hate that we opened 3 boxes of these things because now we can't return them.
Oh, gosh.
So we'll figure it out.
Yes, and that's on figuring it out. So we will see you guys next time.
Yes, thanks, pal.
Next time.
Yeah.
Yes, till next time. Bye.